The immortal John Hancock here, and I have a great topic to talk about today. And that's Sega Genesis subset, the Sega Classic line. Now, as many of you know, I love collecting budget releases on all systems and greatest hits. I love collecting games, and you know, part of it is it's fun. I've collected a lot of things over the years, and it keeps it fresh for me. And it's a good example of you don't have to collect entire collections to have fun, and it doesn't have to be the high-end games for collecting to be exhilarating or exciting. I enjoy collecting these subsets, and they're not too bad on the pocketbook. There are some rare ones, and we're going to talk about that. But without further ado, and also at the end of this video, I'm going to announce the winner of the Mega Man Wily Wars done by John Riggs. And so without further ado, here we go. So there are 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. There are 14 Sega Classic games, one very hard to get variant, and there's 2 that I'm going to add to the Sega CD because there's no other time that I'm going to include them in a video. So the Sega Classic line consisted of 2 main color variations, and so the first Sega Classic releases, and essentially what they were their early Sega Genesis titles re-released, and like the first 10 or so were in a blue case, and it was James Buster Douglas boxing. And sometimes when you opened up, you know, they typically had the same manual and game. There were some goodies, some flyers talking about the entire line of games. There was rumored to be a Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, and that's never surfaced. So many feel that it was never released in North America. So James Buster Douglas boxing. It's Super Monaco GP. World Championship Soccer. Tommy Lasorda Baseball. Pat Riley Basketball. And this one is tough to find. This one was quite challenging for reasons you may not expect, but it's Joe Montana Football 1 in a Sega Classic. This one's kind of challenging to find. The problem is this game is hardly worth anything, and I think a lot of people won't think about posting this on eBay. And so, for many, for a variation of this is pretty challenging to track down. And then again, it's just fun collecting these variations, especially I love just collecting for Sega Genesis, and anything I don't have I still try to track down, and kind of a neat oddity to have. This next one, Arnold Palmer Tournament Golf. You may think, oh great, it's a golf game. It's kind of cool. It's got a Fantasy Zone hidden game. You do 100 holes on any course, and then you do a Konami code, and then there's like a Fantasy Zone mini game in it. It's kind of cool. So that's that. And so the next ones are the ones that are worth a little bit more, and in my opinion, the ones I would play more. The Revenge of Shinobi. Now the cool thing about some of these is some of them were released with a black and white manual, so it's kind of a nice variation to collect. Not all of them had that. Some of them did. This one did. Shadow Dancer, The Secret of Shinobi. The other thing to watch out for too is the spines. Often these spines do become faded over time. I've tried to replace the ones that have gotten faded over the years, and again, it's kind of challenging, but I do enjoy collecting this stuff. The next one is Golden Axe. And Golden Axe, the cool thing about Golden Axe is that I have the Mega Drive cart variation, and so some of these have surfaced with it's a US cart, but it has the Mega Drive labeling. It's kind of neat. So I thought that was kind of cool. That's how I got it. So I got that at Bogbean Books and Music. Gosh, in Redding, California, 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. Crazy times. All right. So you got those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Yep. Boink. Okay. So, the next four were red. And these games, I don't know why they changed the color of them. I know that over time, the Sega Genesis line went to like a red cart series, a red labeling, and so for whatever reason they changed what the Sega Classics look like. I kind of wish they were all the same color, but that's just my OCD kicking in. So they had Joe Montana Sports Talk Football 2. They had Streets of Rage. They had Sonic the Hedgehog. And last and definitely not least, Columns. Now, there's a variation of Columns, and some of you know that I've been searching for it for a while, and I finally have located it. Now, there is a crazy variation of the Sega Classic Columns, and it's hard to find, and I finally located it. I'm super excited. Most people don't care. I do, and that's the Sega Classic Columns cardboard box variation. And that sucker is really tough to find. And, you know, I'm just excited about finally scoring this. Again, I'm trying to go for a complete cardboard box Sega Genesis collection. And some of them are really tough to find. And so I'm trying to hunt down. I'm missing a Power Rangers Mega Hit, which is another subset of Sega Genesis collecting that I plan on talking about. I'm actually kind of waiting to get the Power Rangers Mega Hit box and instructions, and so if anybody out there can help me, let me know. Now, there's two other games that were on Sega CD, well, compilations that were on Sega CD that were under the Sega Classics font and some of the same games. The first one was a 4-in-1 that was a pack-in with, I do believe, the Sega CD. And on the back side, it came with Sherlock Holmes, but again, this is the Sega Classics 4-in-1, and it's all the games, same games part of this. The cool thing is that the columns had, I think, different music on the title screen, and the Golden Axe actually had some different music, so it was pretty cool. But wait, there's more. There was a 5-in-1 released in 1994, a couple years after this one, and they added Super Monaco GP. But the cool thing is, it was an Echo the Dolphin was the other pack-in, and it was in some cool not for resale discs. Kind of cool. All right, I want to thank all my fans for the ongoing support, and I would like to announce that Sludge Factory 241, you have won the Mega Man card. Thank you so much. Please contact me and we can get this shipped out. This is courtesy of John Riggs. John Riggs donated this to my channel, so I want to thank John Riggs for doing that, and thank you Sludge Factory 241 for the subscription and the comments. And so thank you. I look forward to doing many other videos. Take care.